Oh my god. So much mail. High prices for Crazy Red. HRA. 1,596. Filbert. I was taking a bath when your letter arrived. Bananas are the best snack for your belly. Sure, Filbert. Whatever you say. I gotta say, something's missing in that letter you sent. Oh yeah, muscle, because it was weak. Having fun? I mean, I only just started, so I'm not sure yet. So you wrote me. You want a medal or something? My niece is crazy for this one cotton swab. I don't know what you're talking about. Your letter was relaxing like a hot bath. Thanks, you're always so friendly. I want you to have this. All I think I sent to Maple was that I want you on waffles, or better yet, my Grand Slam. Oh, thanks, the modern tile. What I've always wanted. God damn it. I want this. Well, off to hit rocks and get my day started. Run into spots. Yep, just to get the pitfall out of here. And hit the bulletin board. I'm just destroying property. Do you want to know what my base salary is? I can't tell you exactly, but there are lots of zeros. Again, am I writing these things? I don't even know what a salary is at this point. In my life, I'd probably get it confused with celery. Weed. Running around with the net. Oh, that's a tree. Another fossil. Nope. So much weed. It's not even 420 anymore. I was unsure if I was going to stream today. I've been all over the place. I don't know why. Today it just feels like a weird day. I was unsure if I was going to stream. Good, what are you going to have to say? A film with a production of that and an all-star cast coming soon. Oh, shit. Gonna be another Marvel's film that no one will be interested in. Dun, 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 dun. Also been pretty cold today, which I loved. It's just been really nice and comfortable for me. Not like today's been a bad day. It's one of those days where things just aren't clicking right. Oh, missed it. Fucked it. $4,000, we'll just do 2,500. Good enough, I guess. I have 3. I got 2. Still missing 1 fossil, because usually there's at least 3. Half the time I only get 1 or 2. Sometimes I don't even get all 3 unless I'm really lucky or they're close by or I just somehow see it at the last second. I'll turn these 2 in, and then I'll somehow just stumble across it. How this goes. Or I won't find it. Revisiting a bit of my past. Something about Brewster owns the cafe. Well, when he lived in the hometown, he had a bit of a rough life. Compared to the town, it was a gargantuan city, and, you know, big city life. And was savagely expensive, and taxes astronomical. Brewster was having a hard time making ends meet at the shop. Okay. I appreciate the Brewster lore, but, like, I need you to look at my fossil as well. Thank you. I can tell you that it's whatever you just said to me. You can keep it. Acting like a modern bird. Fucking disgusting. You can have it, don't worry. Nope, that's all I had. Only did 2. Good to see you again, Splurt. I mean it. Have a seat. I'll have the usual, please. Hanging out with Brewster will help my social link with him. Ah, there's a rich earthy scent that warms my entire body. Thanks. A lot of pigeons and all that. No one can figure out where the roost. That's what gave me the idea for the cafe. Having a place to go to just relax. Sometimes that's all you need. Which social link you would boost, Brewster? I wonder which one you'd give. I got a little quiz. If you had guessed, how would I get along with Bob? Down there. Got spot on the money. Yeah, speed bumps. Give me a prize. It's a nifty little trinket. Citrus carpet, I think you said. And I already have one of these, so I'll just sell it along with the other shit I keep getting. What are you doing, Filbert? It's time to eat supper. Word, that's nothing. Don't mind me. Now he's sad. Jeez, I mean, I know I have that effect on people when they see me, but Jesus, didn't even do anything. I don't need this, or this. I just imagine coming in with my hands full. I have 2 carpets, some coconuts. Oh, and this giant fossil I found. Welcome. Come. Bathtub. That fucking thing. Nothing I need for my rooms right now. A modern wall. Oh man, what a bargain. That's pretty modern. That's a cabin wall. You know it's gonna look like a wall for a cabin. I don't need it. I just like to look. Cabana wall. Socializing with he's the only person at the cafe. Just us talking and that's it. I think later on I thought they added where people... I thought they did it in this one, but maybe not. But I know they add people to, like, occasionally will hang out in the place, which is nice, because it's like, it's really awkward when it's just always me in there. And I know that that's where I can go to get music if I ever remember to play at the right time on a Saturday, which I never do. Could have done it yesterday. Didn't play yesterday. I was busy being in-game high in RimWorld. My house is without music still. Took to the end of the game for me anyway last time to even get music. I was just always not there at the right time. Yeah, sure, that made sense. Also, when we were doing the original Animal Crossing, we were playing with the year of, like, 2002 or whatever, so, like, I was always a day off because it was... the days didn't sync up correctly. I think it was always, like, Friday was Saturday or something, so I always just got mixed up. Rainbow trout. I was gonna say this looks like a horse mackerel. I know they never want to really do it, but I wish that they would have done like something that's like a little part-time job you can do. Like they did little jobs you can do in Animal Crossing, like in the future, but they don't like reward you with money. It's like it is just like something else that isn't money for you to help for your debt. I get the idea is just sell everything, and that's perfectly fine. And there's many ways to do jobs for villagers if the thing happens to, and you have more shit to sell. But it would be cool to be like, let me do a little task here and there for it, or get hired for something. That's what I was kind of hoping for in City Folk, but then City Folk kind of was lackluster, and you know, then the best other way that they did it was the not the auction, but the thing that like the you can put stuff on display of furniture and try to get a better price from villagers than if you just sold it from Tom Nook. So that was the slightly better option later on. If you could get people to buy it. Damn it. That's a boot. Not sure what I'm gonna play after this. Like I'm debating if I want to do some Yakuza for a little while or something else. I'm thinking that I was gonna do the 8 to 12 hour on Thursday, but I'm thinking I might do that stream Friday just because it's easier for people on a weekend. Plus it's a weekend, so it's like, you know, usually better around that time to do those types of things for most. So I think Friday we'll be doing that. Not that I need to add more games to my playthrough list, but we'll be starting up another game, but, you know, I don't really care. Play what I want to play, have fun, and just we'll get through it as we get through it. Wilbert, I'd talk to you, but you're probably going to tell me to go catch a specific bug when you have your net out. And I don't want to catch bugs. At least there's not that many to catch right now. It's a clownfish. Who's laughing now? But I think it'll be a fun time, an interesting time on Friday for the game picked out. It's not going to be, it's not Persona. Before anyone's like, because I know I've been hinting at doing Persona. It's not going to be Persona. That is just going to get started at some point when I have some fucking confidence to start it. Whenever I decide to just do that, it'll happen. I'm not going to, you know, and we'll start it, but... No, the game I got picked Friday will be just a completely new playthrough, starting up. And it's not, you know, I just decided, I was like, this looked interesting enough. It could be a fun little time, or a fun time. I don't think it's a short game. I think it's a pretty lengthy game, but, you know, fucking who cares? At this point, instead of me being nitpicky about it, I'm just like, I'll just start it, and then we'll see. If we have fun with it after the 8 to 12 hour, we'll continue it. If I feel like 8 to 12 hours is all I felt like investing in the game, and I'm not having a good time, then I didn't have a good time. Then we move on. Depends on how far we get into the game. I'm trying to care less. And I haven't said which game it's going to be. Just in case something happens that I can't play it for some reason or I run into issues. I don't want to hype up the game and then be like, oops, nope. I just want to make sure. That's why I'm also waiting until Friday, because I'm going to get the game and everything, and I'm going to play it and test everything, make sure I can play it and run into no issues. That's why I thought it'd be better for Friday for me to make sure everything's good. I mean, I'm probably going to just get it on a console anyway. Like, I'm just going to get it on Xbox or PlayStation, but just want to make sure everything's good to go. But I'm trying to care a little less about that stuff and just some like, I'll start it, see how it goes. If I want to continue it, we'll continue it. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I mean, the only thing it hurts is my wallet because I'll pay the money for the game, and I probably, if I don't like it, I don't like it, but, you know. Looks like I'll enjoy it. It looks like it hits all the notes that I usually like in games, so we'll see. Trying not to worry about my playthroughs as much anymore. Like before, I used to like schedule and write down everything I'm gonna play for the whole week. Sometimes I'm almost in a month. I try to fill out the whole month out, and it was just getting to the point where I kept beating myself up because if I didn't do what I wrote down, I just unnecessarily tear myself apart. So now I just stopped caring, and we just whatever the day is whatever I'm feeling. If you don't see a game for 2 or 3 weeks being played, it's just because I'm not right now feeling the mood for that game, and then it'll come back to me. If I've lost complete interest, then I would just say, okay, I'm not playing this anymore. And some games I just haven't started because I don't feel very confident in myself in doing so yet, so I'm kind of waiting. And others, I'm just waiting until certain games are beaten because I don't want a lot of similar games being played. So I kind of wait until other games are finished. Or are canceled if I don't finish them. Oh, come on, you don't see that fish? Or you're a piece of trash. That's why you can't see. Because you're not real. Like in the ground. Like you're underneath the sand. Oh no, you were a red snap. Okay, I'm glad I continued to work for you then. I was like, I watch it be a piece, just a tire. That's also the problem with having such, like, limited time to do stuff. Like, there's just not enough days for me to want to get all the stuff I want to do. Trying not to burn myself out. And then there's playthroughs I want to play, but I'm trying to wait because I'm trying to get through some of these really long games. Because I'm like, it's not even the Fallout hype with the show and everything. I've just been in the mood to play, like, Fallout again. Because Starfield was such a meh time for me. I just wanted to go back to 3 or New Vegas. But I just haven't nowhere to fit in my schedule right now. Maybe down the line as a Classic Tuesday option could be a thing, but it's like a lot of commitment to be ready for it. It's a whole thing. Many games like that where I'm like, I want to do this, and then I just have some indie titles, and I'm like, this would be fun to play, and I pick them up, and then I haven't played them yet. Just haven't gotten around to it. Shadow would love for me to play Fallout. He's just like, eh. Certain games like that. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't need too much. Like, it's been a while, so yeah, I won't remember a whole lot. But at the same time, I'm like, Fallout 3 in New Vegas, I don't need too much research. I just go into it and have fun, because it's like, those games aren't super strict as a lot of other games are. But it's like, the games themselves, though derpy, glitchy at times, and not the most pretty-looking games, they were fun for gameplay, some of the writing, and and at the time also, like, even the shooting still felt nice, and also I can mod it for certain sound effects to sound better, too, and things like that, but the shooting overall was just better in that than Starfield. That was the biggest letdown. I can get over some of the, that was like the thing. I can get over some of the emptiness and the writing and the way certain things were Starfield, but I'm like, the whole game's a first-person shooter, and even shooting people was feeling very, like, lack of impact. And not having, and it's like, it doesn't, not everything needs VATS or slow motion, but just at times it was like, it just didn't feel good. And so that's what kind of brought me to be like, I'm just not having fun with it, because the whole game, it's a first-person shooter, and shooting just wasn't fun. I tend to have an idea of what I'm going for in Fallout, and half the time it's someone with high persuasion. I kind of pick perks on the fly, though, so I do lock myself out, but I kind of like trying it and seeing what happens. I don't even think I've gotten all the implants before in New Vegas. Like, I don't even think I've done any of that stuff. Like, I don't really go in it trying to be, like, the best. I kind of just go into it and see, like, well, what fits happening within that time frame. Sometimes I jokingly roleplay it as, you know, what would my character want in this time and place, depending on his emotional state of news he's heard within the thing. Has everything around him been so fucking depressing in the past 5 quests? And yeah, he's probably going to snap a little. But no, I tend to just, I like winging it and that stuff. See what happens. I miss a lot in those games, but that's what makes it fun when I eventually revisit them. Is for the fact that it'll be different for me if I do come across something I haven't seen before. Plus, I can tell you that I've not done, I don't remember if there was for New Vegas, but I can tell you I didn't do any DLCs for 3. I've never done any of them. I've never done any DLC for 3. There was some, I think, for New Vegas. And I never did any for Oblivion, which I think Oblivion had Shivering Isles or whatever it was called. I've never even done that, and that was, Shivering Isles was the only thing I needed for 100%ing all the achievements on Oblivion. Yeah, I don't do the whole kill every NPC. I just kill whoever is needed in quests and or whatever, or if someone starts attacking me, but I'm like, I don't like you, I shoot you. Unless there's like a legion, like if it's a part of the alliance, like whoever I'm against and who I'm aligned with. But I don't go on a murdering spree too much. But down the road, we'll do it. I just don't know when. That's the problem. And that's the thing I always like. I always try to force playing these things in when I don't need to. Because I just never know when I'll get to it. Or if I will get to it. Because I just never know when I'll be done doing streaming. You just never know if something's going to stop me from having to do it. Eventually, I'm going to have to stop at some point. Because of things, obligations and shit. But so my brain is always like, well, you got to do it so you can at least get the playthrough in, so you've had it and you've got to finally play the game. I don't like waiting too long. God forbid something happens. But I'm like, there's just never enough time for me to do all the things I want to do. If I focused a little better on some stuff, I might have beaten certain games quicker, but I get a little burnt out if I focus something too long. I know Oblivion's leveling was meh to people, but I still had fun with it. Though granted, I think I just went in to work on my armor. I just got my ass kicked by rats for a while, but for armor points so that I would get some levels and improve my armor level with whatever I wanted to wear. I don't know, something about Oblivion's world I definitely enjoyed. Maybe it's just because it's nostalgic and I just remember sitting back on console and playing it, and it was just like such an interesting time for me. But I got almost all achievements, I think, for Oblivion, other than the DLC. Back when I could focus a game like crazy, and now I barely can do that for some reason because I get really weird about it now. Some reason in my head, I feel like every day needs to be a different game, and I don't know why. It's been a constant problem with me. Bum, bum. Little fish, or a can, or another boot. Yeah, that's the one thing I just hate about my brain is that I keep, like, I'm trying to get better with it. Like, even when we do Elden Ring back to back, I like so much my brain screams that I just want to cancel the second day of it. Because I don't want to do the same game back to back for some reason. I'm very weird, unless I really, really, really like the game. But I also just really enjoy just co-oping with friends, so that's what stops me from being like, nah, we'll just do this. But there are times where my brain's like, no, you just played this, play something else. I don't know why. Sometimes it's because I'm like, well, I haven't played this in a while, and I do want to play it, and the thought popped into my head, let's just do it. But then there are other times where I'm like, I don't know why, I just won't do it. Like, we played Final Fantasy VII when it first came out, like, a ton, and now my brain is like, well, hold on a minute. As if I'm gonna beat it in the next, like, 2 sessions. I'm like, no, I'm so far from the fucking ending that I'm like, I don't know if my brain is subconsciously worried of beating it too quickly, or I'm subconsciously worried about something, so I don't know why I don't just keep going with it. I'm not gonna beat it quickly, I can tell you that much. Not with the pace I'm going. Plus, you'd think I'd be excited to beat a game, because that means it just opens up for another game to be played. Finally, all these games I've been talking about playing, I can finally put a new one in. Fish. Nope, didn't get it. Fucked it. I fucked it. Wild World in 2024. I mean, we did GameCube Animal Crossing in this year, so it's not highly unlikely. GameCube one, at least, not maybe not the original like the N64 one, but good enough. Trying to fish a little bit to get some debt paid. Guess, are you still dying in here? Yeah, I mean, I think there's a rough translation. But it's still, like, no one was expecting. Plus, I didn't really even, I forgot about it. Which part of my body is your favorite? Or is your favorite? My rump. I don't want to know about that side of you. Blech. Well, too bad. I couldn't even imagine trying to play. I can't learn another language. I barely can read in English. I play Yakuza and I can't even read 96% of the fucking terms. Yeah, I know some people I think made like translation things because I saw some that were a little rough around the edges, but I was like, I could do this, but I didn't want to. Yeah, the N64 one, then they did one for, they did like their version for the GameCube, and then we got Animal Crossing. The Village Plus one, or whatever. I think the only thing I really wanted out of the OG one thing was waking Tom Nook up at night, because it's just funny to me. Just want to wake him up. Now he's like, well, if you're going to wake me up, I'm making you pay more, and I'm buying stuff for even less. But I'm like, I don't care, man. Now I can just wake you up to be annoying. Trying to make me... See, Lyle, you run. Ah, Barbell Steed. Now I'm back to just fishing a ton to try to pay off some of my debt. Little bits here and there. Usually how this all eventually ends. We start off doing things, and then it always just... By the end of it, it revolves into just a fishing session. I don't have... my biggest issue with fishing in this one is the fish are very trolly in this one. They're like, sometimes they'll see it, but they're just like, I'm not going to aggro towards it. I don't fucking want that bobber shit. Like, nope. Not for me. Or you try to walk around the bridge to the other side because your fishing pole won't make it, and then they've already moved to the other side. And they develop a human hand with a middle finger at you as they do it. Crazy. They weren't so bad in the GameCube one. I had very rarely, like, I'd fish way faster in Animal Crossing on GameCube than how I'm doing now. And I don't remember having too much issue on the Switch. I can't remember City Folk or New Leaf off the top of my head. Yeah. Sometimes I just don't see it, and it's that, or half the time they don't see it, and it's a fucking piece of trash. And I'm just like, damn it. I did all that work for a tire. God, I'm just destroying the horse mackerel population at this point. Also, we don't even have the ability to do the slow walk with nets yet. It's not even a thing in this one. At least it wouldn't let me in this, which is weird. Like, so it's so awkward for me to aim the net around in this. But maybe I'm just used to an analog stick. That was a 930. You fucking cheap piece of shit. Be grateful, Tom Nook. I managed to let you have the... I'd let you have that giant shop. You could have just not had that if we didn't have a friend visit, because this wasn't the fucking... the Wii U version. The Wii U's, like, virtual console version gets rid of the friend requirement. Oh, good. This is where the money's at. Red snappers. At least for me. Yeah, well, I haven't gotten one, I don't even know if I've caught one yet, or I haven't gotten one in this. So far, red snappers have carried my entire GameCube and this playthrough with how much I sell. Because it means I don't have to keep going as long for this. Because I'm like, okay, I've made a good amount of money I can turn in. That's what the GameCube version turned into. It turned into, eventually I stopped talking to the villagers, and I just came down to fish. I was like, I gotta fish. I need to pay off this debt. Oopsie. Me smacking my thumb against a button. Just like, I don't remember much about City Folk. I know it wasn't like anything too impressive. It was just like, all right, we took a little bit of GameCube and a little bit of Wild World, and then we made and then we put a city that isn't all that great, but it was a cool concept to visit. But it really didn't have anything special from what I remember people were like a little sad about. Still had some good ideas and implements in there. And then I don't remember much. I'll be honest, like, I don't remember much about it only because it was during a rough period of my, like, family stuff going on, and I didn't get to play it because we didn't technically own the Wii. It was my mom's boyfriend's, and then he kind of, like, took it away, and I just now own a copy of City Folk, and it took me forever to get another system so that I could play it, and then by the time I finally got the system to play it, I was already playing other things and just forgot. I think I only ever played like a week of City Folk, and that was it. We played New Leaf for like, I don't know, half a month leading up into the new Animal Crossing for the Switch. But all that did was, all I did there was go to the island and sell a bunch of shit so I could make a ton of money to try to pay off my loans. But eventually I'd like to actually start properly on that again when I get to New Leaf or whatever it's called. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to play the Switch one, like, because I've already paid off my debt, if and when we ever get to that one. I don't know if I'll play Horizons, because I have to start over if I do that, meaning get rid of everything. But at the same time, I also don't even play on that island. The island I have now was kind of thrown together because I lost my original island. Yeah, I played it on stream. I never finished. The one that everyone saw on stream was my first island. I then lost the data of the first one. I lost the data on that because I never backed it up, and it was on a other Switch that died out. Like, completely died. Doesn't work. Won't work. Never got repaired. Instead, just got another one. And so I had to start a whole island again, and I didn't like it. I was like, I'm not I kind of just threw it all together and got through that one, and then I paid off my loan on the second island. But I haven't, like, I've tried to make it look okay, but I haven't really fully committed to it. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just play on the home console. Like, it's handheld's great and all, but I definitely think, like, I do have the enjoyment of being able to play Animal Crossing on my couch, kind of thing. That's why I like the Switch, because it was like a mix. If I wanted to go around the room and play on handheld, I could. I could move around and play, or just sit on my couch. That's why I felt like the Switch one was great. Plus, it came out at a good time during the whole pandemic stuff, so it was like everyone could just be cozy and play Animal Crossing. But I don't know if I'll do Horizons only because of having to delete the second world, because there's no way to make a new one without having a whole nother Switch. Everyone's got crazy things they do with their islands, and it's like, one of the things I always get frustrated when I play Horizons. I'm like, I just don't have the patience for this. Like, I want it to look really nice. I just can't compared to other people. I'm like, this is good enough. There's a little playground. And I like the museum being here and this, and that's it. Good enough for me. Like, I like my setup how I have it in my second island right now. At least it was my new island for Horizon. I like how that one's set up. But now it probably looks like shit because I haven't played it in God knows how long. So it's probably full of weeds. Just everybody died. Black market. I remember everyone losing their mind, like, what are your turnip prices? What are yours? And everyone's trying to do that. I don't think I've ever paid off my debt thanks to turnips, because I never catch the turnip person at the right time, and I never do the time shit for it. And I've never been around for a good price. We did turnips twice in the GameCube one because of... And the first time, fucked it. Fucked it up because I accidentally time skipped once forward and that killed them, which I was like, whatever. I bought them really cheap and there was... all the prices sucked anyway. Second time, I think I made like a $7 profit because I was like, it was this or nothing. That was a huge waste of time. I was like, I bought all of these, ran over to Tom Nook, and I was like, this. After like a few days, I was like, just take this. I don't want them anymore. I don't even know if my Switch is hooked up right now. I couldn't launch it just to see how my old Switch island's looking. Yeah, it's loaded with weeds. Plenty of weeds. I don't do any time skips if I can help it. I think the only time I time skip is if I'm not going to be able to play until late. And so I back the time up a little so that I can at least have the store open. Red shit. There you go. I go pay a little bit on my dent, and that'll be it for Wild World. I think that'll be a good spot. I'm gonna see, do I? All up. I just want to world now that we're talking about it. Oh, I think I found the cord. I'm gonna have to go and grab it though. I have to get it to reach the capture card. You see, God, that old thing. Fucking Fallout shelter. That was it. I had my fun with that. Who threw this? A ranch table? It's mine now. And then, yeah. I always just made the time whatever was convenient for me to be on. There you go. And I have a little bit of spending money. 380,000 left to go. Still, oh, so far away. That's why me and John joke about Fallout Shelter, because I think the one time I played, I let Lucas Sims go out on an expedition, never played the game again. I'm like, to this day, he's just dead. Anyway. No, Filbert, I'm going home. It's my blue room and my Triforce. Everyone died. Then my pink room, because I like to be deep in pink. But also, this is just like a weird gender reveal house every time I look at it. It's like, blue or pink? Which one? Those are my intentions, but you know, this is why I shouldn't design a house. Alright. For the YouTube video, that will be it. And we'll be back with more soon enough.